Hi students, welcome to the digital class. Today as part of the digital class, I am going to take 10th class social studies, population part 2. Changing population size. Today as a part of this lesson, we will discuss on change of population size. It is a demography studies the trends and process associated with the population, including changes in the population size, pattern of births, deaths and migration, and the structure and composition of the population. Now let us study the remaining part of the population lesson. Now let us see about the learning outcomes of this unit. Explains the meaning of death rate, analyzes the growth rate of population in census, draws the table on density of population, analyzes the given graph on growth of population, comments on decreasing birth rate. Population is dynamic, means here dynamic meaning is that it will be going on changing, it is not a static one. There will be changes in the population every year, every day, every second there will be change in the population. Why? Because of every minute, every second the births and deaths will take place. So, that is what the population is dynamic. The numbers, distribution and composition of the population are always changing. Why change in the population? Let us examine that one. This is because of the interaction of the three processes. One is births, two deaths and migrations. These are the three important components of why the change in the population will take place. Change in the size of a population is difference in the number of inhabitants of a country or the territory during a specific period. Say it as during last 10 years. Means here change in the size of the population we will calculate every 10 years. Means in these 10 years how much change it is there. It can be a country, it can be a state or it can be your village also. In your village in 2001 how much population was there, and in 2011 how much population is there. This is the change in the population. A change can be expressed in two ways. One, it has an absolute number, and second one or there is a change in the percentage. These two are the main tools of expressing the change in the population. The absolute number added each decade is the magnitude of increase. You can see the example here. It is a population in 2011, that it is in 121 crores in 2011. The same population in 2001 if you see, it is a 1 or 2 crores. Whatever the difference that one it is there, 19 crores that one it is there. This is the number added to the population, means this is the absolute number that when it is added 19 crores it is. Here it is when we see about the percentage, then how the percentage is calculated, that one when we see change in the absolute number divided by original how much it was there in the last decade, that one into 100. When we do this one, we will get the percentage. Here you can see the example of this one. It is in the last whatever the in that one the absolute number that one it is a change, that one it is 19 crores it is. The same original number means here it is a 2001 population whatever it is there, it is a 1 or 2 crores it is there into 100. When you do the calculation of this one, 18.62 percentage means here the growth rate is 18.62 percentage. The result is a positive number. The population has increased. If it is a negative number, then naturally the population has decreased by that number. Here it is, we can see, we can analyze this whatever the change in the population with the help of this what the table it is. According to the census of 1901, 238 millions it was there. The same thing 1911 if we take, it became 252, average whatever the growth rate, that one it is a 0.56 and the decadal growth rate is a 5.8. So, here we have the two what is the percentage it is there. The first one it is a average annual growth rate, means for every year we will take this one, it is means what are the 10 years one we will divide it is this, what are the decadal, what are the growth rate it is there, it is for every 10 years it is. So, it is a 1921, it is a 251 it is there. This is only the time where the population has decreased. You can see average annual what are the growth rate is in the minus 0.03 percentage it is there. Even decadal growth rate also minus 0.3 it is. This is only the time where the population is decreased in India. Later on we can see there is a going on increasing 1931, then 1941, there is going on increasing. If we take 2001 it is 1028 millions, means nothing but 102.8 crores it is. It is annual growth at that time 1.95 it is there, and the decadal growth rate is 21.5 it is there, means in that decade 21.5 the growth rate it is there. The same thing when we see 2011 it is there 1210 millions, means nothing but 121 crores it is. Whatever the growth rate it is there, when compared to the 2001 it is 1.63 percentage it is there, the annual growth rate. The same decadal growth rate here it is 17.7 it is there. When you analyze this, what are the decadal growth rate it is, you can observe that one it is going on increasing after 1931. You can see 11 percentage, then 14.2 percentage, then 13.3 percentage, then 21.6 percentage, then 24.8 percentage. So, up to here means up to 1971 it is increased. Even 1981 also 24.7 percentage increased, and you can observe there is a decrease. 1991 23.9 percentage it is there. There is a decrease in the growth rate, and 2001 21.5 and 2011 it is a 17.5 it is. The growth rate is coming. Don't think that one it is a population is coming down. No, only the growth rate is coming down in this one. Now, let us see this what are the representation in the graph when it is whatever the earlier given table it is there. If it is represented in the graph, we can see like this one. Every time it is going on, you can see here little bit 1911 and 1921 there is a little bit what are the almost equal it is. Afterwards we can see it is going on increasing, and we are now up to 121 crores it is there. Population change in a place, that one how to check that one. If we see that one, number of births plus number of in-migrants. Here in-migrants means the people who came from the other places to our place. Imagine that one, in your village, from other village they came, they are called as in-migrants, minus number of deaths plus number of out-migrants. Means here number of deaths, the people who died, plus number of out-migrants, means from your village if anybody went to other places, other villages, other states, for those people we will take it as out-migrants it is. So, when you calculate this one, we will get the absolute change in the size of the population in your area. A positive number means population has increased by that number. A negative number shows that it has decreased by that number. Birth rate. Birth rate is the number of live births per thousand in a year. This one we call it as a birth rate. Suppose example if we take in 1992 the birth rate in India was 29. This means that for every 1000 people living in the country during that year 29 live births took place. Now, death rate if we see, death rate is a number of deaths per 1000 persons in a year. Means example, if we take, suppose if we take the year 1992, for every 1000 persons living at that time, 10 people died during the year. So, the death rate is 10. In 1992, the birth rate in India was 29, and the same thing, the death rate it was 10. Means here whatever the birth rate is more and the death rate is less, birth rate is 29, death rate is 10. So, that is what the change in the population is positive. Therefore, 21 minus 10 means here we will get 19 people for every 1000 was added during that year. As a percentage, if we take, it is a 1.9 percentage. Hence, we say that the population growth rate was 1.9 percentage for the year 1992. It is only annual one. We have taken it as only for the one year. It is. For example, a rate of increase of 2 percentage per annum means that in a given year there was an increase of 2 persons for every 100 persons in the base year. In whatever the year you have taken, in that one 2 persons are increased for every 100 people. It is. This is the percentage what we express it is. Now, this is already we have analyzed this one. It is. We can see only for the example purpose we have this one. It is. Suppose if we take 1971, 1981, this what is the difference that one it is there. Here we can observe here it is a 2.20. This is a annual what is the growth rate it is. And the same thing if you take here it is a 24.7 it is. This is a decadal means for 10 years. So, when this 10 years one it is divided with the whatever the by the 10 we will get this what the figure it is. This is the representation of the graph in the of the population between 1951 to 2011 it is. Where you can see here it is a blue colored one male and what are the brown colored one female, and the green colored one it is a total number of persons it is. Here 1951 you can see that one whereas whatever the female one it is there little bit lesser than that one it is, and 1961 however the years are increasing, whatever the gap between the male and female has increased. Means we can see in the earlier what is the part only we have studied that one it is whatever the sex ratio that one it is there, it is only 900 and some change 919 for the 0 to 6 years of the people it is there. So, like this one whereas we can analyze what are the growth of the population with the help of this graph. In order to examine the cause for the growth of Indian population, we need to look at both death rate and as well as the birth rate. There has been a rapid decline in the death rate, but till recent times birth rate has not been decreasing in the same manner. The single biggest epidemic was the influenza, which was also known as a Spanish flu it is, which the epidemic that one took place in 1918-1919 it is, which killed as many as 125 lakh people, means about 1.25 crores of the people died, or at that time it was a 5% of the total population. This one took place in India. Like it is a what are the COVID-19 which we are calling it as a coronavirus, that one it is there. Like that one only during that time, means during the 1918 and 19 period this one happened, and at that time the death rate was 5%. Reasons for declining in the death rates after 1921: increased levels of control over famines and epidemic diseases. Means whatever the diseases are there, that one it is a controlled. How? Because of the medical technology has increased. Due to that one, with the epidemics, what are the death rate has come down. Program for mass vaccination, means here for many diseases now the vaccination program is going on. That one it was developed at that time during 1930s, 1940s, 1950s. At that time for like let us take it as a polio vaccine it was there, okay, and like tuberculosis, there is a vaccine. So, this vaccination program, that one it is developed. Due to that one, infant mortality rate has come down, means 0 to 1 year of the children, the death rate has come down because of this what are the vaccination program, that one it is taken by the government. It is efforts to improve sanitation. Sanitation is a main tool for the various diseases. If the sanitation is not good, then so many diseases, especially we can see the diarrhea. Most of the people, especially the children, will die every year because of the diarrhea. And why the diarrhea means? Because of the not having a proper sanitation. So, after the development of the science and technology and as well as the medical technology, the people take care on this what is the sanitation. So, that is what this is also one of the reason why the death rate has come down. Improvement in the medical cure for these the diseases. Means here it is for so many diseases, the medical technology or else what are the medical facilities that one has increased. We can see the government established so many primary health centers to reduce what are the death rate it is. Let us take example of maternal mortality rate, means whereas women at the time of the delivery of a child, whereas they due to lack of medical facilities, they used to die. Now what happened, very good facilities are there. So, that is what we can say, we can see there is a reduce in that one. Improved transport facilities also one of the reason for the reduction in the death rate it is. Why? Because of now they are able to go to the far off places for the treatment. Even in the earlier also somewhat with the what are the new transport system it is there, they utilized it and they went to the towns for the purpose of the treatments it is. This is also one reason why there is a decline in the death rate. Surplus production of food grains. Before the independence, India was not having a self-sufficiency in the food grains, means we have to depend on the other country for the food purpose. So, that is what food shortage was there, famines were a frequent one. So, most of the people died because of the malnutrition. Now, we are able to grow very good crops and it is a surplus one it is there. So, that is what the death rate has come down. Expansion of irrigation facilities, means here agriculture improved. How the food surplus took place? Why? Because of here it is a expansion of irrigation facilities. So many wherever the agriculture land it is there, their providing of the water in the way of whether it is a bore wells or whether it is through canal or tank, that one it is increased and the farmer is able to take either 2 or 3 crops. This one it is supporting the surplus production in the agriculture, and due to that one the death rate has come down. Improved means of communications, means here the communication system helped a lot to provide the better medical facilities or else to provide the better what are the science and technology. So, with that one people utilized that one and started utilizing that services, so the death rate has come down. Unlike the death rate, the birth rate has not registered a sharp fall. This is because the birth rate is a socio-culture phenomenon that is relatively slow to change. Now, let us see the reasons for not registered a sharp fall in birth rate. Infant mortality rate declined. This is one of the reason why there is increased birth rates it is. Because of the infant mortality rate due to very good what are the medical facilities and the transport system, IMR has come down, infant mortality has come down. Increase in the levels of education and awareness. The education is main tool for the development, as in the earlier what is the part also we have studied that one it is. Education will provide a lot of knowledge, especially regarding our whatever the life. So, that is what people are gained awareness how to live regarding the, let us take about the medical or else let us take about the sanitation. These all the things are there, provided support to this what is the birth rate it is. Improvement in medical cures, this is also one of the reason, because of earlier if the person is having any disease means most of the people died because of that one, but now whatever the modern development that one it is there, that one it is providing very good medical care for the people it is. Increased employment opportunities means here economically the person is good. So, that is what he is able to bear anything means like he can get the nutrition food and he can go to the hospital. So, like this one it is there. So, employment opportunity is also one of the reason why the birth rate has increased. Poverty is one of the reason for the birth rate. Why poverty means poor people don't feel any burden of the extra child. They feel the extra child as a resources only. So, that is what poverty also supported towards the growth of the population. Religious and social beliefs, like as already we have studied in the part 1 that it is every parent want a male child. Because of that one also whatever the population is going on increasing and the birth rate has did not come down, how much the death rate has come down. Improvement in nutritious supplement food, that is also one of the reason where the birth rate has increased. Joint family structure is also one of the reason why the birth rate is did not come down like the death rate. Why did the birth rate remain high for such a long time? Here if we see when we analyzed the whatever the table that one it is there, whereas we can see the many number of children are there because of infant mortality rate has come down. So, the percentage of the young people is high then in the coming years, because of now where the children are there, they will become young and they would grow up, get married and have a children. That is what here for the long time whatever the population means whatever the birth rate that one it is there, that one is going on increasing it is. The total number of such children added each and every year. So, that is what there is a growth for the long years it is there. Since 1981, birth rate has also started declining gradually, resulting in the gradual decline in the rate of the population growth. So, how do we understand this, what are the declining rate that one when we take it as a, we use another concept which is called as a fertility rate. Total birth rates per women means in one lifetime one woman to how many children can give birth, this one we call it as on the name of the fertility it is. Total fertility rate is the number of children that is probable to be born to a woman if she were to live to the end of her childbearing years and bear children in the accordance with the current patterns. As we see that one it is in 1961, whatever the fertility rate in India it was a 5.9, means here the meaning of on an average one woman can give birth to 5.9 children it is there. So, this whatever the fertility rate it is there, slowly it is coming down, means here whatever the awareness of what are the population one it is there, that one it is going on increasing it is. You can see by 1981 that one has come down to 3.8 it is. The same way like 2001 we can see 2.7 it is there. It is going on decreasing it is. This is the reason where the population is started declining it is. Reasons for reducing fertility rate. One is implementation of family planning programs, awareness on advantages of small families, then increased literacy rate and shifting from agriculture sector to other sector. This is one of the main important one. Why? Because of here the people are shifting from the agriculture sector to other sector. So, what will happen in the industrial sector or service sector, they feel burden of the children and some awareness will be there, means how to grow the children. They feel that one if the whatever the size of the population if it is less, means number of children if it is less, then they can grow very well their children it is. So, that is what there is a decreasing in the what are the birth rate, that one we can see here. Third component of the population change is migration. Migration can be internal, within country or international between the countries. Means here people moving from one place to other place, we call it as a migration. Means the people will go to other place and again they will come back for some time, it is. Internal migration does not change the size of the population. Means within the country if the people are moving here and there, that one won't affect it is. Why? Because of anyhow we will calculate as a part of our what is the population only it is. Now let us see about the population density. Population density is calculated as the number of persons per unit area. Now we can see here the example of this one. Density is equal to total population in a given area. You can take it as a square kilometers, square meters, or else if you have a classroom you can take it as a classroom, 1 square feet you can take it as a, divided by total area. Means whatever the area you have taken, whether it is a square kilometers or square feet, that one has to be taken in this one. India accounts for 2.4% of the world surface area. Means here total area in the world if we take, India is having 2.4%, but the population wise if we see, it supports 17.5% of the world population. Means in the world total what is the population it is there, in that one for every 100, 17.5 people are living in our country. So like this one, density is more. India is one of the most densely populated countries of the world. The population density of India in the year 2011 was 382 persons per square kilometer. Here we can see this is a whatever the density that one it is. In 1901 it was 77. Means however the population is increasing, in the same way we can see the change in the density also. Density will be going on increasing. In 2011 it is a 382 it is. So there is absolute change 57 whatever the absolute change it is there, 17.5% there is a change in the density of the population. Like this one the density is going on increasing. So the density of the population is not equal in the total country. Why? Because of here you can see this one, you can see the green colored one, it is somewhat less, that one it is there, and however the red colored one it is a little bit more population that what we can see it is. Here it is taken, it is a 2011, so that is what separate Telangana, it is not there in this map. Okay, total combined Andhra Pradesh it is there. So we have what is on an average it is a middle one we are. Density of the state in the terms of population is vary from state to state, region to region. Now let us see the reasons for this one. Climatic conditions of one region, geographical features, availability of resources, historical reasons, human interference like war-like conditions. So these all the conditions will take place where the density can be changed. Here it is a rank wise if we see, Bihar is having about 1102 it is there, what is the population. Why? Because of here it is a climatical condition is good and it is a plain and very good agriculture when it is there. So that is what here we can see. So these are the top 10 states where the population density is more: Bihar, West Bengal, Kerala, Uttar Pradesh, Haryana, Tamil Nadu, Punjab, Jharkhand, Assam. Okay, these all the states. Now these all the states are there very less whatever the density it is there. Meghalaya, Jammu Kashmir, Himachal Pradesh, Manipur, Nagaland. As you see, these are all the states which are in the hilly areas. So hilly areas are not suitable for the person to live there. So that is what we can see, less population. Arunachal Pradesh, the least one, 17 we can see here in this one. Now children, let us see about the assessment. Why there is a decline in death rate after 1921? What is birth rate? How density of population is calculated? Analyze the fertility rate graph. Why people are equally distributed in India? Why people are not equally distributed in India? For the better understanding of the concepts, solve the worksheets provided by the SCRT. Please visit official website of SCRT for worksheets. Children, with this one we come to end of this population lesson, part 1 and part 2. Refer the lesson once and note down the important points. complete what the worksheets are there and submit to your teacher. Thank you very much.